Howdy cowdies. Hope you're going good. Pretty average out there. But anyway, we've been busy. Flat knacker again, lots of cool stuff. Some good old footy cards, cigarette cards, stickers. It's a pretty rare yowie, a dingo yowie, and I couldn't find another one with the sort of yellow fur and over the orange body. He's got like a little white sort of chest and on the inside of his legs. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see, but quite a rare piece. Nice little Eastern sort of 925 silver box. Some nice modern men's watches. This is a nice little bit. I think it's Australian little 9-carat, I think, gold bar brooch there. Some nice hand-painted snuff bottles. Some nice little jewellery. The little butterfly wing sort of buckle there is really quite nice. Some more little snuff bottles. Alright. What else have we got? A little LED light window. We've got some nice sort of retro furniture and other bits. These two nice little cartel papyrus model chairs. They've both got the details on the back. Little red painted Traxter seats, pretty cool. Really nice sort of retro dining suite. It's a shame that the chairs have got a little bit of, looks like someone's got a little bit peckish. Dinner wasn't served quick enough. But the table's an absolute ripper. It's really nice with that black trim around the yellow top. These are a couple of nice mid-century fiberglass chairs. This one's a Herman Miller little swivel chair, but you can see there's a little bit of a crack or a little notch taken out of the side there. And this one's a bit unusual. It looks a lot like a Fleur, pretty early Fleur fiberglass chair, but I don't think it is, but it also could be. It's a bit difficult to tell sometimes. He's just a ripper. You can see the way it's all sort of mounted underneath there on the tubular metal frame, and it's got this really nice sort of original repair across the front. Alright. What else have we got? Boxes of wooden stuff. Little silver Mapatazzi on the egg cup. Little train box. There's all sorts of gear in those two boxes. The inlaid chessboard. Got some good sort of science fiction toys, space toys. This is Mark from Battle of the Planets, but he's lost his head. You got all these sort of Mazinga type robots. I'm not sure who she is. And this is Macros, so it's like a copy of Macross, which is Robotech in Australia. But you've got all these plastic spacemen and transforming robots. There's little G1 transformers in there as well. Rip-off Astro Boy coloured pencils. Some things in their packages. Alright, and a good big lot of CDs, and there's some nice art reference and other books. Eugene von Gerard, Frederick McCubbin, nice little Otto Dix catalogue, Napoleon, Artist Gardens, which is nice, and Michelangelo, People of All Nations. Alright, so there are two nice boxes. What else have we got? Some nice vintage men's and ladies' clothing. I know you can't see, it's pretty dark. There's some cool sort of Beatles shirts, and that little Honda rain jacket in the front there is pretty cool. This is a good little group of men's ties, accessories, some cool braces. They're pretty cool with the sort of staves, and there's a little matching bow tie to go with them. There you go. And then there's nice sort of cravats and sort of some velvet bow ties and a pretty cool silk sort of Philippines shirt from the 1960s. Group of sort of stools and things. What else have we got? More good toys. You got toy boats and tin toy army tanks, action figures, army men, a boxed Indiana Jones, Irina Spalko in amongst there as well. A legacy electric drum kit, which looks to be complete. There's a box full of all the stuff. All right, and there's the frame with all the pads and stuff, but there's more cymbals and hi-hats, and there's a nice little sort of mixing box in amongst here as well with all the details on it. Legacy DD505. All right, box of mixed stuff, Italian glass, English ceramics, glassware, Japanese stuff, and a giant watermelon pool inflatable. And we've got a box of rocks, goes with the big galvanised trunk. There's some rocks and coral and stuff in there. What else have we got? Cool little frame 1980s poster there of the Berlinetta Ferrari. Some pictures. Got a great collection of all these film review books, preview, picture parade, Hollywood album. So 3 boxes full of them. All right, and then we've got some more sort of entertainment film sort of stuff. This is another nice lot with Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe. We've got some Marilyn Monroe and Jane Russell, 78 records in there as well. All right, and there's other cool Movie World magazines, the TV Star Parade, all from the sort of 1960s, give or take. Another good little lot of toys, boxed unmade model kit, the big heavy die-cast tractor, funny little Indian and some sort of die-cast other tractors and trucks and things. Some Japanese prints and some nice big chargers. A little box of sort of blokey gear, and there's some good cameras in there as well. A little table and some pictures. This little oil painting's nice. 1900, and you got a nice gilt frame Sid Long print there as well over the back of the flamingos. It's a cool bit. Great painter, Sid Long. A Kennet ladder. Nice little step ladder. Got some cool old Big M calendars from the 1970s and 80s. Good little lot of Australian art reference. Russell Drysdale, Sid Nolan. The 70s, Australian paintings and tapestries. And this Australian art, Field to Figuration, 1960 to 1986. There, a couple of rippers in amongst. All sort of Japanese and Chinese antique reference. We've got some boxed, partially made and incomplete model kits. Nice little dinner set there. Good quality Japanese porcelain. Cool little retro typewriter. Little group lot of sort of paintings, including this nice little mixed media, the sort of lounge room window. Kind of like the curtains. And you got other nice little watercolours and ink drawings and things like that in amongst, all signed. Nice big lot of bottles and jars and things. A couple of rippers in there. Another big box of old magazines from 1950s Pics, Women's Mirror, Australasian Post. Heaps of cool stuff. They're all in good nick as well, actually. And then we've got some nice little pickies this week as well. The Meg Padgham, little Meldrum School still life oil. There's the nice Edward Neville. He's an English artist. Nice little European scenes. A pair of the lovely little Mary Watson little oil paintings under glass there. Little sort of rainforesty sort of scenes. Sarah Morton. Nice little Aboriginal oil painting. Really nice little pair of the Charles Bennett watercolours. 1914. These are nice as well, the Hazel Mabus oil paintings, a nice little pair of them called Moonlight. And this is an interesting bit, big 1920s unsigned British watercolour. It's got lots of details on the back. It says The Canal by Moore. And then it goes on to say that it was part of an exhibition of untrained artists in London in 1929, which I think might be the East London School. Alright, so this is quite a nice thing. I just couldn't find any reference to Moore being a student at the East London School. Some boxed model kits, all unmade, still in their shrink wrap. Big collection of Lilliput Lane and other sort of miniatures, including Buckingham Palace. Another nice collection of reference books, all Royal Dalton, Dalton Lambeth and English furniture. Complete boxed vintage Star Wars chess set and Monopoly game. 2 more boxed unmade model kits, including the cool little Renault 16 and the BMW 3.5 CSL Schnitzer. There you go. And this is a great lot. All the Scalextric slot cars, including the SRS Scalextric Super Racing System, which looks to be a little bit better quality than sort of most of them, a little bit more professional. You've got different sort of gear ratio or something like that, little cogs to go in it. But all these are rippers. A couple of sort of Le Mans cars, the Rover Vitesse Track Marshal, and a couple of Formula Ones as well. And we found the little spoiler that's come off the back of the March, although it needs to be glued back on. Pretty wacky though, having the 4 wheels at the back. Anyway, what else have we got? Easy Built, an old Claws AP skateboard deck, which is pretty cool. Bit of texture overpaint, but he's a ripper. Wind Toy Australian tin toy lawnmower. Singer Featherlight sewing machine, more boxed unmade model kits. And these model kits in the auction this week are from somebody else. A big collection we've sold over the last month or so is gone now, but funnily enough, more have turned up. All right, then we've got a good little group lot here, the Battle of the Planets, or Planet of the Apes. A little model box, and it's got part of the model in there. There he is. And then we've put some other vintage Star Wars guys in there, including Luke in the Stormtrooper outfit, which was pretty rare when I was a kid. We haven't got his helmet, though. And there you go, you've got the body of Spock. I think his arms are in there as well somewhere. Jurassic Park dinosaur, it's missing that little bit off the side, but he's pretty cool in his box. Another nice lot of vintage sort of Batman gear. You've got trading cards, Batmobiles, pencil cases. These have still got the lollies in there. 39 cents from Dimmies. Two more boxed unmade model kits of pretty cool racing cars. A couple of great 80s pop hats or caps from Culture Club and Duran Duran. All right, more good trading cards, unopened packets, Ninja Turtles, and some of them are opened, you can see. And then there's other loose Star Wars ones in there, Ghostbusters and other stuff. Big Mars Attacks, Aliens, fantastic. Little stunt planes, little loop-the-loop stunt planes. This little wing's a bit loose on top. And this one's missing the pilot in it, but they're pretty cool things. Little Japanese tin toy helicopter's a ripper, and it's the green one on the box, the Police Highway Patrol one. This is cool as well, the 80s bright yellow Sharp Walkman. It's missing the battery cover, but we've put it with this great little pair of portable speakers on their little sort of fold-up tripod. All right, we've got a banjo and a pretty cool Fisher-Price kids' toy wind instrument that you can turn into like 6 different things. Mixed items, ceramics, and the little Fijian watercolour on it. Looks to be like papyrus or paper bark or something. Nice collection of sort of orifice and other Dartington quality glass. More scale extracts and other slot car gear, including the Slot Racer sort of pinball game. Scale extract start and finish banners. Then you got more cars and sort of bodies and chassis, including the old Lola. There you go. I think that's what they modelled the Ford GT40 off, one of these things. Nice lot of glass. I think there's a little bit of damage on the cat. I think his end of his tail's a bit too sharp. Nice little group lot with the Heather Johnson Oz pottery. Nice little bit of Wedgwood. Nice collection of Dalton. Another cool little lot of sort of robot toys. Here's an early Gundam. All right, little guy. I think he's missing one thing, I think. Then you got these packaged Robotech. Robolinks, Force 25 in there, and then you've got a loose one of them, and then a little Mazinga guy, and then that one in its box, Master Tech. Good lot of China, Japanese and English, nice collection of coloured glass, some tin toys, including the cool little Lehman snail. Nice collection of clocks. We've got all box die casts. Never seen these before. Peter Brock Winners Collections, 99 cents at Big W. And they're quite sort of cheap. There's nothing great about them. And there's another one in there as well. It looks like Mercedes 2-door cars. But then there's other Matchbox and Baragos and Ertls, Solido Ferraris, a ripper over the back there as well. All right, so there's some nice bits in there. Aeroplanes, Oriental sort of brassware and metalware. Nice collection of comic books and ephemera. Coneheads number 2. You got Captain Victory. There's about 3 copies of that. You got all these Sega Game Gear catalogues, Matchbox catalogues and stuff like that as well. Here's nice, the Lionhead wall plaque with an old pewter teapot with the screw-on lid. Big lot of cowboys and Indians. All these little guys are all die-cast metal ones. Oh, but his rifle's broken off. Sawn off. But then you got these loose little Airfix ones that came out of that box. There's some other loose sort of old ones as well in amongst, but they're all pretty cool. He's all right, the little gunslinger dude. What else have we got? Some more little box die casts, including the Ford Cortina Mark II. A couple of nice little paintings, a little oil painting there, and this nice little watercolour of the Ozone Jetty down at Barwon Heads. 2 more boxed unmade model kits. Good lot of CDs. Bit of In Excess. The Best of New Order, Beastie Boys, Radiohead. Talking Heads, Hoodoo Gurus, Chili Peppers, Gorillas. There's lots of good stuff in there. Cranberries. What else have we got? Nice little collection of Royal Albert. Some more good die casts. We've got the little pet mobile gas petrol Bowsers, the SO sign, James Bond car, little Lesney, and there's a couple of little loose figures in there as well. There you go, little blue dude and the little red guy, which are out of, I think, the James Bond car. Different scales. He's good, the box Land Speed Record Racer. I just can't remember. Oh, it's got it on the end of the box there. The Railton Record Car, 1939. Real streamlined, fantastic modern sort of shape. Design, 4 box toys, a couple of box Star Wars electronic power effects action figures, Luke Skywalker and good old R2. Got this nice little Art Deco lamp, Deco style. Looks like the glass. We think she's been mounted around the wrong way. We think she should actually be put around the other way. But she's actually quite nice. And you got this nice sort of bisque porcelain Franklin Mint Egyptian cat. The God of the Nile or something. Guardian of the Nile. It's in good condition. Just a nice thing. And what else have we got? There's more gear down in here. Fenton glass with that nice tray. Nice little mixed collection. Couple of bits of Dalton, Minton. All right, nice little ladies' jewellery. And then we've got nice little Ernie Abbott etching there. Some good old sort of magazines and booklets. Nice little lot of Oz pottery. Fergus Stewart, David Geschke and some others. There's Samuel Marty clock movement. Royal Winton all over floral. Wedgwood. More Royal Winton, but that's a sort of opera series or something like that. Then we've got a nice little collection of this Lord Nelson, sort of all over floral. The little saucer is a bit damaged. Yeah, it looks like the type of repair I'd do. Actually, no, I'd just use sticky tape. This is a nice lot of the Robert Beck throne pottery, all decorated by his wife Margot. So she's at MB and they're signed R.M. Beck underneath. Pretty sure that's for Robert Beck and Margot Beck. Martin Boyd Lyrebird, little wall plate over the back's quite nice. And then we've got another good collection of English china and a nice pair of, I think, of Stewart or Waterford wine glasses. Some more Oriental items, kind of like that little lidded jar over the back. Books on Australian architecture, Royal Copenhagen figures, 3 bits of Royal Worcester. You got a nice little collection of Oz pottery. The Robert Langley bowl with the fishy, unfortunately, has got a little chip in the side there. You can see it's been coloured in blue. He's nice though, we like Robert Langley. Leon Saper and Greenaway. And then the little bronze heifer lumps. And then we're down into the end cabinet where a nice, well, I think it's Italian glass decanter. Margaret Preston, big colour print and a nice book on her, The Art of Constant Rearrangement. And then we've got a nice mixed collection of mailing ware. 2 more Ernest Abbott etchings. Nice pair of the Whitefriars English art glass bowls. Another nice art glass bowl. And then you got this big Australian one, which has got an impressed mark in the base. Looks to be like a sun or something like that, sunrise, but it's really nice with that, just that simple yellow trim around it. 2 prints of Lionel Lindsay wood engravings, including The Witch. Ooh. Then we've got Oasis art glass, Pauline Delaney art glass, nice lot of Australian pottery, Harry Memmott, Essex ware and some others. First edition Errol Flynn book. Some nice Victorian and other ceramics, including the Belique, Victorian bride's basket vase, I think these things are called. Another nice little collection of Harend and other continental porcelain. Really nice Nicholas Kerr photograph of the punt at Echuca. It's an old mounted albumin photograph. It's just a great bit of Australian history. Really cool George Briard, I think. Memphis style. It's actually a cocktail shaker, but I wouldn't use it. To be honest, it looks like you should have your popcorn in it. But yeah, it's just a great bit of that 1980s Memphis style. Lovely little pair of the Italian glass. Nice big Dalton Charger. Really cool Reg Preston lidded jar. That really nice sort of Tenmoco glaze. And you got a sweet little hand-painted Satsuma vase. And really quite a nice little fine bit of Clisson. It's a bit unusual to see no signature underneath, but it's really quite nice. Lovely bit of Japanese cloisonne. There's decoration on the front, nothing on the back, or a little bit on the back there, just subtle. Really nice shape and everything like that. Anyway, guys, that'll do. Hopefully you saw something you liked. Be good. See you tomorrow night.